Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome back to the Kordial Media YouTube channel. If you don't know me, welcome. My name is Adriana and I work with Shopify e-commerce stores and influencers to drive traffic and sales utilizing Pinterest ads and organic Pinterest strategy. In today's video, we are talking all about Pinterest video ad tips. So I'm going to give you the latest tips and tricks on how to utilize your video content for your promoted pins. But before we dive in, don't forget to hit the big red subscribe button and to hit the bell to be notified every single time I post a new video here on the Kordial Media YouTube channel. Without further ado, let's dive into all the Pinterest video ad tips. So let's start off by talking about the Pinterest best practices when it comes to video ads. So from creating your video ad to begin with, you want to make sure that it's in the right dimensions and that you have the right text and content on your video ad to help it perform in the algorithm on Pinterest when you come to run your promoted pins. So I like to utilize Canva and I utilize the dimensions 1000 by 1500 in order to create my video ads. So if you have a piece of content, a video of some sort that you've already used in the past on Instagram or perhaps on Facebook, you can upload it to Canva and custom fit it to represent the right Pinterest dimensions. I like to just drag my video into my pin template and then I start adding the remaining elements to the pin that will help it perform better. So I like to add text overlay that is engaging on all my video pin ads. I like to add branding, and as well I like to add a call to action. Really important to add a call to action. Don't forget this important step. So that's everything to know when you are designing your actual Pinterest creative for your promoted pins. Now, let's say you haven't shot a video at all and you'd like to go ahead and do so. Make sure that you are showing, not saying, okay? So whatever you're promoting, make sure you are visually showing what you are promoting and how to utilize the product or service that you are promoting, as opposed to just simply talking about it in a video. The reason why I say this is because, first of all, Pinterest users don't listen to video with the sound on, and second of all, they only watch about 8 seconds of the video. So you want to make sure that it's engaging and interesting. Watching somebody just chatting along in a video is not nearly as engaging as actually seeing visually what you are promoting. To take it a notch further, you can use closed captions on your video pin creatives in order to boost your video ad performance on Pinterest as well. I've done this in the past for some of my services and I have seen tremendous click-through rates as a result of adding closed captions on my video pin ads. Lastly, if you are showcasing a product, you want to think about how you can show it in a lifestyle way. So for example, if you sell canvases, then make sure that you are showing your canvases within your home as opposed to simply on a random background. Or if you are showcasing shoes, for example, or clothing, make sure that the people are wearing the shoes and the clothing at a party or perhaps at school, as opposed to just showing it in front of maybe a photo shoot setting. Next, I want to talk about how many video ads you should actually add within each ad group you're creating. So the rule of thumb is between 2 and 4 video ads per ad group. That is, the minimum requirement is really 2, the maximum requirement is really 4. And the reason why you don't want to exceed 4 is because the ad group cannot accurately test all creatives if there's more than 4 and actually push the budget towards the most performant one if there's just simply too many. On the flip side, if you only have 2 creatives, your Pinterest ad might have a little bit more of a hard time finding its audience, and therefore it might not actually even spend your entire budget. So make sure you really are adding between 2 and 4 Pinterest video ads in every single ad group. Notice how I haven't spoken about static images? Well, obviously this is a video on video ads, but when it comes to static images with your promoted pin strategy, you want to make sure that you are testing them in a separate ad group altogether. Don't mix your static creatives with your video creatives when it comes to promoted pins within one ad group. The reason why you want to separate the two is because the video pins tend to eat up the entire budget of the ad group. And so if you're mixing video pins with static images within the same ad group, then your static images will not have a fighting chance against the video creatives, as the budget will go all to the video creatives. If you really want to see whether or not your static images can perform against your video ads, then you want to make sure to really separate the two into 2 distinct ad groups. Keep in mind that the video feed on Pinterest is only about 20% of the algorithm, and therefore when you are only putting video ads within a campaign, then your ad is only being shown to 20% of your audience. You can be daring and test the two in the same ad group, so video and images in the same ad group, and see whether or not an image is strong enough to compete with a video. However, I only recommend doing this if you're noticing that your video click-through rate is below 1%. Usually a video click-through rate is above 1%, but if it's below 1%, then a static image within the same ad group might have a fighting chance of beating the video. Now, maybe you're wondering where to actually put your video creatives within your actual funnel when it comes to promoted pins. So for example, let's say you wanted to test a consideration campaign, a conversion campaign, and a catalog sales campaign. Which campaign should you utilize video creative? And should you be utilizing video creatives for all three? Well, first of all, the catalog sales campaign, you can't even really add creative. Like you can, but it's not recommended. So that one doesn't, let's put that one to the side for now. Your consideration campaign and your traffic campaign, these are two campaigns that you have the option to add video creatives in. Let's say like the conversion campaign is a cold campaign and the traffic campaign is a retargeted campaign, then you want to add your video creatives preferably in your conversion campaign. And the reason why is because you want to maximize your chances of getting that new cold audience utilizing video ads, okay? And I say this because normally video ads tend to perform better than static images. So giving your cold conversion campaign its best chance to perform would mean integrating video ads within that campaign. Now, when it comes to utilizing traffic campaigns to retarget a warmer audience, then you can get away with simply using static images. This is only the case for people who really have limited amounts of videos for their business. However, if you have unlimited amount of videos for your business, then I welcome you to test out video creatives for all types of campaigns. My next tip for you is all about when do you replace your video creatives within your campaigns. Now, let's say you run your campaigns for the first 2 weeks and you notice that 2 of 4 video pins really outperform the others. So what you want to do is turn off the ones that don't perform and maybe add in a third one, a new one, to test against those 2 other ones that are doing super well already. Alternatively, you can shut off those 2 video creatives that were not performing well, leave the 2 that were performing well for as long as they keep converting, and then once you see them no longer converting, that's when you can go ahead and turn them off and replace them altogether. So what I'm saying is you can start with 4, turn off the ones that aren't working, let's say 2 aren't working, add in a third one at the same time, or turn off the 2 that weren't working, let the 2 that were working run for as long as possible, and when those 2 no longer starts to work, that's when you can replace them too. That pretty much concludes all of my Pinterest ads video tips for you. If you have a question about it, make sure to write it in the comment box below. I do also have a full Pinterest ads cheat sheet code that you can download that teaches you exactly how to optimize your campaigns based on what's going on within your campaign. So you can download that in the description box below. If you'd like an expert like myself to take a look at your Pinterest campaigns, you can book a free meeting with me down in the description box below too, and you and I can chat about your Pinterest ads and see whether or not we can work together. On that note, I hope you guys have a lovely rest of your day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.